Pennsylvania Treasury does four important functions. It makes payments, 50 million payments worth of $70 billion every year. And it also manages $15 billion worth of Commonwealth assets. And it collects more than $200 million in unclaimed property and distributes more than $100 million to the rightful owners every year. It also manages $2.6 billion worth of a college saving fund. Funny part is that for a majority of its computing power, it depends upon a 1990 mainframe with 256 megabyte of RAM with COBOL code written in 1970s. It's a big challenge because since 1990s, for past 2 decades, mainframe was not updated or upgraded. The challenge was that in 2008, during the Thanksgiving Day, the mainframe decided to quit. Then we end up declaring a disaster, and the team spent the Thanksgiving far away from their hometown to recover. So we decided that it's time for us to move on. I was not part of the team at the time, and we started a transformation project program basically to make sure that we move the 20th century infrastructure to 21st century, where we are in the process of doing the transformation program. Generally, the modernization is a concept which is, we are in the process of transformation and modernization program. Modernization is a continuous process. Ever since human beings invented the use of fire, we continue to modernize. Therefore, from that perspective, we are in a transitory phase where we are trying to migrate the mainframe application processes to a ERP platform. We went with Oracle PeopleSoft, and we are in the process of implementing that PeopleSoft product. The transformation program is a three-year budget cycle program. We are in the second budget cycle. We are on schedule to go live with the ERP program in 2004 July. It's an exciting time for us. It's very good to be there in the middle of this hugely important project for Treasury. Ever since the financial institutions start using computing, the data, the bank accounts, numbers, PIN, and ACH transaction records, those are the main target for cyber criminals. But in the event of rise of social media, it's a bigger challenge for CIOs like us. It's not only you protect the financial data on your servers, you also need to make sure your end users don't share their credentials through social media. For example, if someone has got a dog's name as their password, and if people can snoop that, then we put our data in our environment at risk. Treasury we are taking a lot of efforts to ensure that the cybersecurity and the privacy is critical, and it's very important. For example, we continue to increase the awareness of the end users, as well as we are improving our system security standards. For example, we decided to encrypt all the disks in all our laptops so that theft will not be a problem for Treasury data. Also, we continue to conduct security awareness programs, and we publish a cybersecurity newsletter monthly to ensure that our end users and stakeholders are aware of the threat landscape. Basically, almost all the financial data for all the companies are same. Basically, bank account numbers, transaction details, personal identification numbers, or social security number kind of things. That's what I said. That, as I said in the previous question, we tend to secure the data on all mobile devices, as well as put perimeter security across all our servers to ensure that the data does not get into inadvertently to someone's hands. And we continue to increase the security awareness of the end users, because I believe that that's one of the weakest link in the overall paradigm. Pennsylvania Treasury, as we are part of the transformation program, one of our project out of the program is to virtualize all our physical servers. In last 2 years, we virtualized 90% of our physical servers into virtual environment. We use Microsoft's virtual software to virtualize our entire physical servers. It was a significant challenge. The issue is that over a period of last 10 years, we had very different versions of operating system and databases and different environments. When we decided to virtualize, the challenge was to ensure that it works in the VM environment, and it also passes all the current patches and updates and fixes to have the compatibility issues. Testing and ensuring that this quality of the applications, when we put into go live, it works from the very first day. We cannot afford to have failures on the first day, because people continue to expect more than 99% of uptime. So we tend to pay more attention to the security of the application, as well as ensure that do a lot of iterative testing to make sure that it works the very first day when we virtualize. We are very proud of getting 90% of the virtualization, and I believe that the future is virtualization, because it reduces the cost, it reduces expenses for electricity and data center heat, and especially the number of people to work and manage the physical servers is far higher than a virtualized environment. Overall, it's a great effort to move forward towards virtualization. Because, for example, our mainframe, as I said, that we are using it since 1990. A single factor of the mainframe is its sheer size and the consumption of electricity. Our mainframe, the entire equipment set, is approximately 35 kVA, which means that we spend approximately $25,000 to $30,000 a year on electricity alone, on running the mainframe. And other factors like the heat index in the data center and the cost of cooling it and the space it occupies, it saves, if we decide to retire the mainframe, it will save us more than $60,000-$70,000 on those factors only. Other than that, the mainframe technology is old, and maintenance cost is very expensive. We can save $200,000 to $300,000 on maintenance only if we adopt new technologies like virtualization. Therefore, eliminating that one part of it and modernize to the new infrastructure will be saving Treasury a lot of money and a lot of energy, and it's overall a good policy to do it.